They're always packed with events.
And if you're single, that can mean trying to find that plus one. I think we've all been there. You're trying to find them to join you at everything from wedding to the 4th of July, maybe some family and friend gatherings, but it isn't always easy figuring out who to bring with you.
Joining us now is with some pointers is local professional matchmaker Stephanie Kluver from It's Just Lunch. Okay, Stephanie, so the plus one, first of all, who should you not bring?
Right. So I don't know if you remember at your wedding, we're planning for your wedding. I'm sure you had your husband's guy friends calling and saying, who do I bring? Or girlfriends saying, I don't have a boyfriend. It's a stressful time. So number one, do not bring your ex-boyfriend.
I think that's a really good point.
Made that mistake before.
Right?
Really? Well,
okay,
yep. So great. That was a really great tip.
But your ex-boyfriend and you might know the couple together. You know, you might have celebrated.
It's more common than you think.
Right. So I think that you have those shared memories, but you're celebrating a marriage and a relationship that is long-term and that's going to work. So a little booze mixed in with a wedding could cause some drama. So no ex-boyfriend.
So all those emotions that have been buried could potentially come up.
Keep them buried.
Keep them buried.
Come out with an open bar. Not okay.
All right.
So number two would be someone you just started dating.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I do think, and I don't know if you remember your wedding, but some of those dates that you never saw again after your wedding day. You know, I still remember a couple of those, women and men. So you do not want someone who after 2 or 3 dates, you think that that would be a good idea.
How long okay, so let's say you've been dating someone for a few weeks. At what point can you bring them to a wedding? What do you think?
I think 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
I really do, because first of all, it's going to amp up that relationship. When someone asks you to go to a wedding, it shows that that's your significant other. There's going to be a lot of questions. Who is this? Is this a boyfriend, girlfriend? How did you meet? What do you do? It staples you as a couple. So you want to make sure that you are ready for that to be a relationship. It's going to send the wrong signals if you're not that interested.
Think about it. You go to a wedding and you're listening to those vows and you're like, yes.
Yes.
I guess, you know, and then you're sitting next to this person. You're definitely sending a signal there.
Oh, yeah. You know, the catching of the bouquet, the vows, the speeches, it's all very emotional.
Are there any others to avoid, or are those the top 2?
Those are the 2 to avoid.
Okay, so I went to a wedding last year, and it was so much fun because one person brought just someone who was so great to have around.
Life of the party.
Life of the party.
Yes.
And we still talk about that person.
Perfect.
We were just talking about
them. So same sex or opposite sex?
They were opposite.
Okay. So I believe if it's okay with the bride, it's okay to bring a really good friend. So a friend that's kind of a wing woman who might come and be fun if the bride's okay with it. If she just wants a long-term relationship, that's one thing. But bringing a life of the party that you can meet a groomsman or a bridesman woman, and it's a blast. So I think that that's okay. So a friend, and then number 2 is yourself.
Just go by yourself.
You can meet someone. It shows independence and confidence. It's totally okay.
Sometimes it's a lot easier than dealing with a plus one, because I think that we've all had just someone who maybe isn't the right idea for bringing to a party.
And if you know the parents of either bride or groom, you might want to get to know them, or the sister, so you might want to sit down and catch up with them. So having that person that you're babysitting all night is not very fun.
How about this scenario?
Yes.
I went to a wedding, this is just a few months ago, where my sister was invited with her husband and kids, and they didn't all want to travel, and she said, hey, Natalie, do you want to come with me, my sister?
Oh, yeah.
Was it okay that I was her plus one?
Did you go?
I went, and it was really fun.
Well, hold on, Natalie's the life of the party.
No, I'm sorry. I used to be, maybe, but not at the moment. But it was really fun because I knew the bride. We had gone to high school with her. I was a few years older.
Right.
Is that appropriate?
Totally
I was like, am I a wedding crasher?
If it's okay with the bride, it's totally fun. And I think you two probably had more fun than she would with husbands and running around after 3 or 4 kids. So I think that that's totally fine, and I think that's going to be more fun for you and for everyone else around you.
What is the best way to ask? You mentioned asking the bride quite a few times.
Yes. Or the groom,
or the groom, whoever. What do you think is the best way? Is it right when you get that RSVP? Is it waiting a little bit later?
So it is wedding etiquette to ask, and I would ask right away. I don't know if you are good friends or sending a quick email and just asking, like, hey, you know, I know that this plus one is probably for a relationship. Are you okay if I bring my sister or a good friend?
I'm glad you asked that, because I always worry about bothering the bride or the groom.
No, it's totally okay.
It's okay.
A quick email, and usually they're going to say yes, but maybe that they're on a budget and it's sensitive and they really just want you if it's not someone you really care about.
Okay.
These
are really good tips. I feel like I've learned a lot.
Yeah, seriously.
It's just a little bit of stress, so make good decisions.
Thank you.